Leco 3, let's do it. SGC bulk. We've got around 150 cards, lots of football. Some fun stuff as always. And grading was a little tighter and stricter, but that's fine. That's the way it goes sometimes. Here we go. Pringor. That's the base. Barry Sanders. 89 tops traded. That came in as a 10. So, pulled from a box set. Gold script jam. 100 print. That is Upper Deck MVP 2000. Ricky Williams premium autographics auto. That is on card. Reggie Wayne rookie watch. These were 6 per hobby box. I believe there were 40 or so of the rookie watch players. I'm just guessing there. Someone with the checklist can inform the chat that one or the comment section. Brian Urlacher tops. Flagship in a 10. Another flagship Breeze. That's a 9.5. Jamal Lewis score. Earns a 9.5. It's got to be a pop one. Who would grade this, right? But that 2000 score is a tough set. Kenner starting lineup. This comes out of that package with the actual starting lineup. That one got a 9.5. This was from a box. All-time great tight end Tony Gonzalez, his score rookie. Kind of an interesting photo there, but it earns the 9.5. This was a gold medallion. I thought I had a chance at a 9, but I mean, on the front there's just too much white showing, so I think they got it right. The gold medallion to 100. I don't think they did platinums that year. To Marcus Ware 9.5 on the Topps Chrome. That's the pretty shiny refractor there. Ricky Williams. That's the legacy. So, coveted set in the hobby for many reasons. Encore Authentics. Sean Alexander 9.5. Roger. Here's Roger Rabbit. I don't know. This came out of a box set, I think. It's only like a $35 card and a 9 though, but still, great card though. Bo Jackson Super Rookie. This was from a pack too, so had good center inside in that Bo. Barry, 9.5 on this Barry. Tops rated, so most of the time they come out pretty clean from those box sets. Maguire, here's a junk wax card. The aspirations on a card like this. I think any card like this would be a 9.5 or a 10 from SGC, just because it's so expensive to grade now. Moss, that's the red. I believe these were uncirculated, so print of 259 on that one. Dion, the traded Dion. This is a nice Bonds Fleer rookie. It is centered up nice right to left, so this will be one I put in the PC because it looks like a nice 9. Everything checks out. Future Watch Randy is a 9. Vic SP Game Use Edition. That's out of 500. Another rookie watch, 9.5. This didn't do too hot, but DT in a 9. Hall of Fame left tackle Orlando Pace earns a 9.5 on the top, so probably a $15-$20 card, to be honest with you. Traded Barry. That's a 9. This is a cool Revolution to 300. So that's a low print. About as low as his rookies got that year. But the Revolution Brady gets an A5. Upper Deck Ionics gets a 9. That one's out of 2000, so substantially more copies of this than the last one. Another Vic 9.5. That's the red to 259. Sean Alexander card. This one got an 8.5. That is on card auto. Flagship Jam. Monday. Star rookie. Sorry. It's kind of funny looking at some of the stuff that I grade, but in the moment I'm like, oh, this it's kind of a cool card. Rondane won the Heisman. I'm a fan of star rookies, and I just put it all together. I'm like, yeah, let's send it in. And it's a card that would just go into the collection. I don't think there's going to be like a market for that card. Fred Taylor Bowman. This is on card blue. It's a nice one, 9.5 on that one. Sign of the Times Jamal, 8.5. So not bad. Not really what you're looking for in a card like that. Base Randy, 9.5. Here's a junk wax card. This one came out of the pack looking nice, so I thought I'd give it a chance of being slabbed. Jerome Brown, he died tragically in a car accident, I believe, after just a couple of years on the Eagles, but he was looking to be a very good player, and this is his star rookie, so rest in peace to him. Drew Brees best, $14.99. Card kind of looks like a refractor, actually. This is the gold medallion. It looks like the platinum a little, that background black and white, but it's just the gold. And it did underperform, 8.5. Thought this one had an outside chance at a 9. Just got such a nice swatch on it. But 8.5 for the Brian SPX. Couple Nolan Ryans. Here's looks like the same photo shoot. Is that the same photo shoot, I think, but just like a different. His head's tilted a little different. So top straighted in Bowman. Ichiro 8.5 on this flagship. Moss Bowman. Refractor Edge. Crazy shine. Upper Deck Encore. Just a base rookie. Mint. Draft picks. Top draft picks 9.5. Excuse me. Sean Taylor. Of course, he passed away after he was injured from the people that were trying to rob his house or something. Moss score. Base score. So there's a lot of low end stuff in this order. Bowman. I mean, there's a good market for these Bowmans and tops rookies. It's a good card to have if you're only gonna have one card of some of these Hall of Fame greats. Here's a Stadium Club. And here's another one of the Bonzes. This one is that's a blazer. It's as nicer than a PSA 10 I have at home. So 87 Fleer Bonds 9.5. Players Inc. 8.5. So I mean some of these grades not really worth it to send in if you're gonna get 8.5s on these cards. Ultramatics to 50. That's the 2005. Probably not the picture everyone is looking for when you're buying a Maddox card, but he's bunting. Rookie debut, Aaron Rodgers. So this is one of those like low end sets, probably even lower end than Score, but kind of cool to have options and sets. Back then, they had a lot of companies making sets that came out before the season. Now, of course, it's just one. Victory Ichiro 9.5. So we had Pace earlier. Here's Ogden. There's Ogden's flagship. And receives a 9. Always been a fan of the Provisions, so this Bettis looked like a 9, so I sent it in. Flagship, very tough, very tough. This Calvin. Pop's got to be very low for a 10 on this. Dwight Freeney, 2002 Topps rookie. Another flagship Hall of Famer there. Peterson, Bowman Chrome, gets a 9. Ichiro Topps, another flagship Ichiro. Bowman's Best, $14.99. Ichiro MVP earns a 9. Skybox Impact 8.5 on the Brady. A really nice 8.5. Black Diamond 8. Uh, 9.5 on the Score. And then this next one didn't do too hot. Barry Platinum Portraits gets an 8. So close out this part of the video with a Johnson. That's Johnson's Score, so not 2003 rookie Andre Johnson. All right, Elite Code 3, let's do it. $19.89 Fleer, the Griffey, or 9. Peppers, Star Rookie 9.5. Breeze, Crown 8.5. Lynch, Contenders, earns a 9. Not sure the stated print on that Lynch. Calvin Gold, SPX 2007, earns an 8.5. Pedro. It's an XRC here, 2000 Leaf Friction Stars. So I don't think they had the license for the college helmets. That's why the VT logo's not on there. Some 87 Donruss Junk Wax. Ricky Henderson's base gets a 9. Strawberry, Diamond Kings, and Brett. So this was a pretty clean breeze. The certified auto from 2001 Topps. So a nice copy there. Fred Taylor Spa Future Watch 85. Pack pulled pup. Barry. Score 94. 95. Recent inductee into the Hall of Fame, Billy Wagner's score, just a touch off-centered and a dab of white on the top right front corner. But clean example. Willie McGinnis Pinnacle. Pretty adventurous submission right there. To the right buyer, though, it'll probably at least break even. Mislabeled. This is actually the silver, not the base. But 9. Dead centered. Frank Thomas Bowman. Most likely pulled from a factory set. Some of these older junk wax cards came in, as I said previously, came in about 0.5 tighter than usual. Like this Barry and the next card too. Just a little tougher grader with SGC. You don't see that too often from my experience with them. The grading usually seems pretty on par for the stuff I send. But for this order, it's a little tougher. Best Andrew. Pudge. Line Drive AA. Kind of a cool minor league card. Bobby Witt. That's the update in a 9.5. Mislabeled. This is actually the gold. See the lettering in gold there? And that one got an 8.5, which surprised me. McCaffrey score, rookie from 2017. Vic Victory, base in 9.5. There's a gold parallel off of this, which is much more condition sensitive. Deion's Fleer 1990. Cool second year Deion football card, that one. Here's Griffey Bowman. Fred Taylor autographics. Bo Jackson Donruss, 87 Donruss. A solid 9. That one's just a little off-centered right to left, actually. Steve Young. These 2000 Topps Chrome refractors are pretty awesome. Decent shine there on that Young. Cool photo, too. Tony Gwynn. 9.5 on the Topps. 87 Topps with the wood grain border, always a classic set there. 97 Best Vero Beach. It's kind of an obscure Beltre card from early in his career, as is this Wagner. This is the Pro Cards 94, Billy Wagner. I don't know, those older minor league cards from the 80s or 90s, 80s and 90s are pretty cool to me. Flagship LT9, you guys have seen that one a ton. T.O. Medallion to 50, 185. Some of these were just fringe cards, I thought. Strong 8.5s, maybe a low 9. Flagship Breeze earns a 9. This next one I think has some value. I don't think there's a ton graded, but it's the 97 Best Florida State League top prospects, David Ortiz. So some of his other 97 stuff like Showcase and Fleer, it says David Arias, but by this time they had it's printed as Ortiz on that one. Provision's always fun artwork cards. This Piazza did pretty well, 9.5. 94 Fleer. It's another Piazza, same grade. The 1990 Star, and he is playing for Vero Beach as well. I wonder how long that team was around. He's sporting a Mizuno Pud as well. Ricky. That's a crispy example right there. 10s were hard to come by. I mean, here's another Vic. Flagship Vic. Diamond Kings Randy. Pack pulled. Looked great. Decided to send it in. Edge. With Spa 99 Future Watch. We've seen our share of that card over the years on this channel. Bowman, Peppers, just a slight touch of white, top left front. I think it's probably accurately graded. Quantum Leaf, Rookie Revolution, Breeze. High print on this one of 4,000, but I don't know. For the right collector, they might value that card. Sean Alexander Future Watch, 1250 print, 9. We'll save that one. There's a really cool card I'll show towards the end. This is neat too, though. These gold signatures are fun. You get 5 per factory set in a huge set. So to pull the player you're looking for, you have to go through tons of sets, and the cards are bricked a lot. So I think that's why those cards have such solid value. Sign of the Time, Sean, 9. 2000 Spa. This is gold. This gold got an 8.5. Ron Dane. 2000 Bowman Gold. Roger. There's Roger Rabbit. Bowman Base, so dumpster diving with that one. Marcus Ware Star Rookie, 2005, gets a 9.5. Barry. Card like this, I was looking for a 9 on a card like this to make it worthwhile. 8.5. Maddox Donruss. Postmarks. Vic. Andrew Jones. That's a 95 best. So the same year as his Bowman rookie. Upper Deck Vintage Vic. Verlander. Bo. Traded Maddox and a 10. Well, there's a 10. So, Ovation Vic. Great looking card at 250. Thurman Thomas tops. Ichiro. And close out the order with a used card. Bonds Platinum Medallion 99. I got one, it came in looking really good. It earns an 8.5 here, so. That's it for this order. 10s were tough to come by. Continuing on. Griffey Tiffany. Spa LT. Some of these grades came in pretty low. Like this Peppers. That is the Donruss rated rookie. Bunch of 8.5s coming up. Breeze Score. That's the red. Sounded up pretty well, and minimal to no chipping. SPX Edge with the nice auto, 8.5. Let's adjust this camera. Charles Woodson. This is a cool atomic. Falk Atomic to 100. That is 1998 Bowman's Best. The design that I think most people prefer when you compare it to 99. The Atomics. This is one from one of those little factory sets. It's 1991. Topps debut. So Frank Thomas gets a 9. Tony Gwynn Fleer gets an 8. That one looked pretty good. I might just snap that, put it in the top loader. I'm starting up a new. I'm just gonna call it a mint PC. So cards that I think are mint. Put in top loaders, maybe binders, and just have all mint cards without them having to be in slabs. Just an idea after the inconsistency with the grading lately hasn't really been as fun. It's a new project. Ron Dane SPX gets an 8. Here's a Gwynn Fleer. Lofton Bowman. This is from a factory set. This is a Blazer. Yeah, slightly off top to bottom. The Frank Thomas Topps rookie. Bo Jackson's Donruss The Rookies from '86. A lot of classic, whatever you want to call it, junk wax, retro wax, baseball. Here's a McGuire that was clean out of a set, but it got an 8.5. It's off top to bottom slightly. Maddox 87, the rookies. This is a tough set because the way it's wrapped in the cellophane, the corners on these can just be pushed in a little bit. So it's a pretty good grade on that card. This Piazza didn't do too hot. It is an older issued card though. 89 Salem Dodgers, kind of an interesting card if you're a Piazza fan. Torrey Hill Ultra earns a 9. Finest Moss Refractor 8.5. Canseco 91 Bowman. Bo 1990 Bowman. Randy Johnson, the Topps traded. Of course, Griffey's in this set as well. Ricky Williams Spa 9.5. And Shaq is one I thought was a 10. Let's go into the PC. I think it's nicer than a 10.5. So Fleer, Shaq, 92. I think this was pack fold too. So that is it. Let me know what you think about the order, and I'll have more up for you later.